Okay, so as I was saying in the last video, the delay in the uploads for these videos have been mainly due to my health, how I've been constantly sick, perpetually sick all through December and now the beginning of January, and it's just hindered my voice to a degree where I didn't feel like doing commentaries. Well, right after I made that video, I went out of town and then came back with the flu, so I was out for yet another week. So, like I said, sorry about the delay in the uploads of these videos, but things are getting back on track now as I sound fairly normal. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm getting there. And anyway, back to the game itself. So, over here, like I said before, we got two Marauders this time we got to deal with, which is probably the biggest encounter with them in the game. I don't think we have to fight two at once ever again. But I'm using the Chaos Rift Combustor because it's ridiculously powerful. And your secondary alt mode weapon, the bombs, should also be pretty effective. But I figured I would stay in robot mode and use the Chaos Rift Combustor. I'm kind of not digging the Null Ray anymore at this range, but I'm just kind of dumping out all my ammo on them and then flying back to the Teletran 1 to refuel my ammo, which is seems to be working out just fine. But needless to say, this encounter is taking a while, so. But yeah, I hate that all the delays happen with this game because we're getting to the best parts of the game too, and it's just, it really sucks to not be able to produce this content when I want to, and the fact that all the other stuff I want to make is now being delayed even further back. And so much stuff is happening in the world of gaming that I'm missing out on, you know. But I should be able to get, after I'm done with this LP, I should be able to get Bioshock 2 started and at least somewhere in progress by the time Bioshock Infinite comes out. I hope to have it close to done around that time if I can, because this LP is about halfway done at this point actually. So it actually is not that long of a game. It has more missions than War for Cybertron, but I guess the encounters just flow better, so it shouldn't be as long of an LP in total. Oh crap, you know what I just did there? I just equipped the riot cannon. I'm not supposed to be using that yet. Whoops. I better go equip something else before I screw up the continuity of the game that I've presented before myself. Because according to how I want to do this LP, I'm not supposed to have this weapon yet, so we're going to be rid ourselves of it. Actually, that's not true because you can pick up this weapon much earlier in the game, but I don't think you get the schematic for it until a certain time that you guys already know what I'm referring to if you played the game before. Anyway, now there's going to be an encounter breaking out up here. Two more of these big old turrets are going to deploy, and they have just barely more health than two of your Moleculon bombs will be able to deal to them. So I gotta switch back to the either fire a third shot or switch back to the machine gun to finish it off. That's just because we're playing on hard, so minor details. What do I want to equip instead? I guess I'll just go with the assault rifle. It's medium range enough. Kind of dropped the frame rates there. What happened there? Anyway, now that we have destroyed the bridge's defenses, now we can go infiltrate it like a good Combaticon. Range on this thing is pretty impressive, as you can see. Yeah, Vortex's vehicle weapons just make him ridiculously powerful. And the shockwave ability, don't forget that. I just don't know how they've really, I can't really determine how they've changed the nature of the shockwave for this game, because it feels to me like in the first game the shockwave sort of just spread all around you and didn't really deal that much damage. It was more so the kickback of it that you needed, and it dealt a little bit of extra damage, which was nice in multiplayer for not only scattering the opponents, but dealing a little bit of extra damage to help you balance out your level of health there. Oh, because the scientist did not really have very much health at all. But, it seems like in this game it's a lot more damage based, and he seems like he's launching it forward at the enemy, so I don't know. Like I said, it might be balanced totally differently in multiplayer than it is in single player. Speaking of multiplayer, I believe starting either one of these days, might have actually been today when that started. Apparently in the multiplayer for this game, you earn double EXP now constantly, so all new players will be able to level up a lot faster than back when the game came out, which is nice for people like me that have kind of neglected the multiplayer until getting all the single player achievements, which I've done so far. So, but so many other games came out afterwards, like Doom 3 BFG and Halo 4, that I was kind of neglected to spend a lot of hours in the multiplayer of this game yet. I plan on it. I definitely plan on it. I plan on maxing out all my characters in this game and getting all the achievements much like the previous game. But it will come in due time. There's an encounter that broke out here with some shotgunners, which as usual are ridiculously overpowered, and I had to use the Chaos Rift Combustor on them, which actually worked out perfectly. Really getting sick of all the levers in this game, I gotta say. Oh, snap. Well, hi there. Yeah, this is gonna be a new enemy type. It's gonna be the Autobot Titans. And, unlike the, I guess according to Escalation, the brutes that had that carry the turrets in the previous games were called Titans. But in this game, they're much more distinguished. This is, I believe, this is the first time we fight them, so I am introducing them. We caught a glimpse of them in the first mission playing as Bumblebee, and I think that was just there to teach the player that they're Autobots specifically. They're not Decepticon characters, but because I don't think the Autobots have leapers, but the Decepticons have. The Decepticons have leapers, and we Autobots have these guys, the Titans. So, although they're a very different type of enemy, we can't really fight multiple of these Titans at once, because they are a lot more of a challenge, really. He's got an X-18 Scrapmaker on his arm, and he's got several little probe sentries that float out and give him overshields and do all sorts of other nasty things. So obviously we have to destroy them before we can deal any real damage to him, which is nice when you have a big splash damage weapon like Vortex's alt mode weapon or the Chaos Rift Combustor, because then the explosions can hopefully kill the drones around you, and you don't have to actually be precise and try to aim at them because they're a pretty fast moving target. But yeah, those guys can take quite a beating. Honestly, I'm not really that threatened by them. It's kind of the other enemies that are really doing a lot of damage to me right now. Because it seems like his X-18 Scrapmaker is just not that accurate. Like, he can't really hit you all that well with it. But he's still quite a threat, and like I said, he can take a pretty huge beating, so hitting him multiple times with your alt mode weapon, as well as the Chaos Rift Combustor, is still going to take a little while to take him down. But we only fight a handful of them in the game, and they are a lot of fun, and they're a very necessary challenge when we do, so... And it's time to GTFO yet again, as the bridge is finally going to collapse. I swear to God, Brawl, if you just had like a 2-second longer attention span, we could get out of here before you start blowing the place up. No, it's actually, we're actually technically blowing it up from the inside this time. You need Brawl for this. Go be a tank somewhere else, Brawl.